Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again with MJS Coaching Football. I've been coaching for 38 years, and I've either been a offensive or special teams coordinator, as well as a head coach, both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I want to talk to you about one of our man blitz coverages that we call Queen. We utilize the face cards as the code for our man blitz coverages, and essentially they're the same blitzes, but we're either in the red zone or the goal line area, necessitating a man blitz. Okay, and so Queen is one of the face cards. Obviously, Queen is what we utilize for any of our four-man pressures. So now I'm down here at the bottom of the middle of the page. Okay, the only time that both safeties will be high is when we have a single inside linebacker blitz, which is what this presentation is all about. As you can see up here, the backer blitz example, doesn't matter which one, it's a singular backer blitz. Okay, so that's why he's in red, so he's out of the coverage, and all three defensive linemen are involved. Okay, so again, four-man pressure, which means the three defensive linemen and one blitzer. Okay, so if it were an outside linebacker, that would necessitate the safeties to spin and cover up. If it was a corner, same thing. And if it was one of the safeties, again, same thing. Okay, so anytime we do blitz, we make a lucky Ringo. If it's an outside linebacker or a defensive back, after the lucky Ringo, then there'll be a Louis Rogers. So, lucky equals a Louis, Ringo equals a Roger. So I'll make sure we're rotating in the same direction. Okay. So the coverage codes themselves, in terms of who everybody has, okay. Ace, see down here, number 3. Ace is number 1. Deuce is number 2. Trey is number 3, and Heisman is the running back. Okay, so I will insist that our players all communicate Ace, Deuce, Trey. Okay, if there's no Trey, there's no Trey. 3 by 1, there'll be a Trey, and Heisman. So we make sure we get everybody covered up, and there's no disputing. That's especially important if you have a stack scenario or a bunch scenario. You can make those calls, and then you may necessitate a combo call because it'll switch after the snap. Okay, but we have our kids, out of getting into a good habit, all call out who they got. I mean, you're not fooling anybody. It's the goal line, it's the red zone. 95% of the time you're going to be in some version of man, so don't even bother trying to get cute. Just make sure your guys know who's got who. Okay, and so a big primary coaching point here as well, in addition to making sure all you guys know who's got who, right, is everybody has inside leverage, with the exception possibly of a rover on a tight end. He's at least head up. Okay, and essentially you're always in what we call trail. Okay, you're in between the quarterback and the receiver. Okay, so you're going to cut the route, which means, again, get in between quarterback and receiver, no matter who it is. Cut the leverage, cut the cord. Okay, and then you're in trail, which means your hips are behind his, so you can read his near hip to near knee. Gives you an idea when it drops that they're getting ready to make a cut. There's also what we call lead leg indicator. So if the right foot is forward when the hip drops, he's got to break to his left, and vice versa. So these are all coaching points that you need to work on with your players. For us, man coverage is cycle 3. Again, that's in a whole nother playlist. But we teach it on cycle 3s, which is obviously the third cycle. So it's practice is 7, 8, and 9, and then it just rotates with cycles 1 and 2 in the preseason. All right, it's day 4. In season for us is cycle 3. So we're always working it with our kids. Okay, it's important that the players understand if they have any deep help behind them. Okay, so the safeties are moved up. They are playing zone, so if in a two deep, they're a deep half help. If it's one deep, they're obviously in the deep middle help, and they're reading quarterback indicator first to route second. They got to see where the quarterback is intending to throw the football, because unless we're talking the guys on TV, whether it's professionals or Alabama or so forth, when the quarterbacks get the ball, their indicator is going to at least the half of the field that they're looking at. It's a half field read more often than not. Very, very infrequently are they going to be looking down the field, and are they going to go through 1, 2, 3, 4 progressions. That's a rare occurrence. So the safeties, for that reason, are going to read quarterback indicator to the route, okay, when they are zone defenders. Okay? So that is what we call queen. It is a man, in this case, man under. It's always a man under. There's at least one safety available in the middle of the field, okay? Excuse me, we can use it against 11, 10, 20, 20, all different personnel groupings. It's good versus 3-by-1, two backs, you name it, okay? And again, a big coaching point, make sure your guys call out who they got. And the rules are pretty easy. Corners always have one. Outside linebackers always have 2 and 3. Inside linebackers, the one available, always has running back. Okay? So, as usual, please, any questions? And again, don't change your blitz package. Just run your stuff. This is Queen is for all your base stuff that you're going to run even down here. Just now you got to play different coverage behind it. Okay? If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me at coachmjsullivan@gmail.com. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and please subscribe.